Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading is going to dive into the relationship between Steve Mnuchin. I purposely am calling him Steve because he wants to be called Steven. Well, either name is fine, but he's not. If you have the name of Steve or Steven, all the best to you. But Mnuchin, okay, so I'm going to look into. This deck is devoted to him. This will be the relationship between he and Mr. Bonesaw. Okay? Oh, goodness. All right, so, but before I get started, I wanted to say quickly that I'm going to be with Scott Allen on his channel, Scott Allen Spiritual Essence, later today at 2 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock Mountain time, 4 o'clock Central Time, and 5 o'clock Eastern Time. So we're going to do political readings. So please come and bring your questions. We'll do as many as we can. And then also tomorrow I'll be with Debbie with Freebird Spirit on her channel at 11:11 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 10:11 a.m. Pacific time, my time, and then you can do the math for the rest. But I have links to their channels in the description area of all my videos, so you could go to any video and find it there, or at least probably the ones done in the last 6 months. And then, or you can go to the community page, and I posted, the link to subscribe and get the notification for their channel there. The one I do with Debbie, that one's personal readings for you guys, so you can come and bring your questions, and that one fills up really quickly, so get it in, show up early. You can show up way before we do, and Lucienne is the wonderful angel that takes the questions. So anyway, yeah, so that's how that goes. Okay, and then it seems like there was something else. Oh goodness, I've lost it. But anyway, okay, let's dive into this. So I designed a special spread for relationships, and I can't remember who I read recently this way. I think it might have been Mitch and Elaine. I don't know, I forget. But anyway, let me focus into Steve Mnuchin. Oh my goodness. Okay. And all right, let me just talk you through it rather than explain the whole 9 yards. Okay, so the forces in motion being his role in the relationship with Mr. Bonesaw. So Stephen, okay, here we go. Yeah, he gave it up. The challenge for him within their relationship. Yeah. Okay. And then up here, what he's done in the past. What were his actions? Oh my goodness. Currently, what's going on in their relationship? And future. Is there anything going on in the future? Okay. So I'll just set this deck aside. I may draw more cards, or I may use either the Lunamon or the Kipper. I'm not sure. Let's see how it goes. All right, this deck. Hold on. I have to sink into Mr. Bonesaw. Oh, the arrogance. Wow. Okay. So what he brought into the relationship. His challenge in the relationship. his actions in the relationship with Mr. Mnuchin. Yeah. Currently, is there anything going on? Oh, well, I didn't expect that. Okay. Future. Okay. All right. Looks like I have a little bit of a glare. It's not too bad though. Okay. All right. So I think I will layer it with the Lunamon. So let me grab, because it's so good. It's such a good system for showing all the little specificities. But give me a moment. I have to shuffle. Okay, so I want to know. I'm going to add in here. I'm wanting to know more about the past. I'm not seeing a lot of hope at all in the future for them. Okay. All right. Okay, so right here. I want 2 cards for Steve. Guy's such a... You know, the only consolation I get when I think of him is watching him squirm in the in his hearing, hearing to become treasurer. Boy, man, I mean that's online. Anybody can see that. If you want to see guilt in a person's body and how it shows up, watch all the tics he's got going on when asked certain questions. Okay, so Steve. Yeah. Let's do like this. Well, actually, I do have more room down here. Okay, good. Good to know. All right, and then Mr. Bonesaw. Okay. And then over here for their challenges in the relationship, which would be past and current, I think. Let's see, the cards will tell us. Yeah, Stephen, and your money, power, and protection, and the keys to the kingdom. And Mr. Bonesaw. Ugh. Yeah, of course. Right. Okay, and then in the past, Stephen. Ugh, Bonesaw, dude. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'll set these aside and bring them in. And I might even draw more. I'll bring these in as I go along. And just bear with me. Oops, that's the wrong chopstick. Don't touch that one. Okay, so the forces in motion with Stephen Mnuchin, or Steve, he totally gave it up. He gave it up. He bent over like a you-know-what and gave it up. And he did that as, you know, just a way to have an opportunity to get some money, to get what he wanted, to get into the hen house and get whatever he wanted. He might have even have had two, I mean, it was risky, but he may have even have had two reasons. He may have done it for Trump and then for his position in the future. Mr. Bonesaw brought into the relationship, the forces he brought in, forces in motion, is the fact that he needed money. He felt locked out from the United States of America because of maybe sanctions in the past. I'm going to leave it up to you guys to give me more information on that, because I've done zero research on them, on, you know, the relationship with Saudi Arabia, other than what comes up in the news here and there where, you know, there's all kinds of arms sales. So the arms sales are here, and I think he has major, because we have to combine the cards here, he has major, he's just cut off from his heart. Major heart issues. You know what? I mean, the guy's not that old, I don't think. But this tells me a heart illness. Major heart illness, maybe even some liver issues with the ship. But here it is this foreign, you know, foreign wanting, foreign desire to get into the USA. That's what he brought in. So he would be willing to do anything to, this may not be money destitution, honestly, though, because I'm thinking of all the oil money that they've had. I doubt it's worth anything, you know. I mean, things are changing, man. Things are totally changing the way they need to be. Should have been from a long time ago. If we were into renewables back in the 80s, when the first electric, well, I think the electric car was way before that, but there was definitely the possibility for that, and it got shot down. So that reminds me, if you want to really understand the way, you know, the financial situation in the United States, read Rachel Maddow's book, Blowout. It's very mind-opening and makes perfect sense, and it's done with tremendous research. So, but anyway, yeah, little Stevie, he bent over and gave away the goods. Who knows what he sucked out of the treasury? Makes me even wonder about that. And Mr. Bonesaw took what he needed, because he was, I think previously there must have been some sanctions. That's all I can imagine with this card. But he wanted to get in. Dude has some heart problems, and foreign relations are a big problem now, because Biden's here. Biden showed up here. So when it comes to currently success, no, and Biden's here. And Biden won't even talk to him. Biden talks to his dad. Biden doesn't talk to little princey boy. He talks to the king, his father. But something needs to be done before the king dies. Otherwise, this guy's in charge, and man, we really need some changes. Okay, so the challenge with Steve, with the King of Wands reversed, or I'm sorry, Knight of Wands reversed, is that I don't know if anything really. I mean, this shows him being very, very effective. The Knight of Wands reversed, well, abusive, disloyal. Yeah, abusive and disloyal. And his little Lennies were, it all had to do with the money, and he had the keys to the treasury. So, it was a challenge for him, but he may have been successful. with Mr. Bonesaw, his challenge was family money. His challenge was, material resources that within the family, within his nation even, because he's in charge. Wow, this is like major financial failure. It's also, like family feuding. So, and that's further reiterated here with the duel card, which is all about fighting. It's like, this is Mr. Bonesaw himself. And then, but here we go, fighting relationships. So he was, the challenge that he brought to the table within the relationship with the United States Treasury, Stephen Mnuchin, shows that he probably didn't have his father's support. Mr. Bonesaw probably didn't have the king's support, King Salman, and probably just did it. Looks like he just did it anyway. But then again, maybe there is major money troubles. You wouldn't think that they should, being they sell themselves like, they sell themselves. And they buy our fighter jets and they buy our arms. I guess it's been to protect against maybe Iran and other countries in the past, but I don't know. It's all very shady. But yeah, so this is a dangerous dude. This is a dangerous, dangerous relationship. So little Stevie isn't safe with this guy. Of course not. Okay, then in the past. Okay, so Stephen Mnuchin in the past, his past actions, I think he might have betrayed, he may have betrayed, what's his name, Mr. Bonesaw. Because the Three of Swords is definitely rejection. So in the past, I think he rejected, and so maybe this happened because of Khashoggi. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name and give him the respect he deserves. But yeah, loss and rejection. And then these are Steve's cards that show his honor was being minimized and lost and ruined within, wow, I don't even know where to put these so we can still see these graphic images. I guess like that. Anyway, so in the past, Mnuchin's honor was lost just by being in relationship with him. And so I think he rejected him. And now, what's his name? Mr. Bonesaw, he just kept working on it. He just kept working at it and kept choosing to go forward with it. So he's been working him. He's been trying. But something went wrong. All right. And then, so currently what's going on? Well, it's a hopeless situation with the star reversed. I mean, it's rejection again. And here's Biden. So, of course, you know what? Sometimes I just amaze myself at how silly I can be. Because, of course, currently, Stephen Mnuchin doesn't have really any power with the guy. He's of no more value to Mr. Bonesaw, and Biden's in charge. But in the future, let me see if there... Is there... I don't see that there's any future relationship with... I think... You know what? Let me see. I'm thinking. I'm not positive, but I'm thinking. Let me grab the Kipper real quick. I kind of have a feeling that Mnuchin is scared to death of this guy and doesn't want to have anything to do with him anymore. He doesn't have any more power. Okay, so is there, what type of a relationship? Do they have a future relationship together? Well, let's see, mature man. Now, this is the dad. The dad's in charge. The dad's in charge, and there's too much concern about it. Yeah, and even traveling to get there. Yeah, no, there's nothing going on with them, I don't think, future-wise. Because, I mean, this right here, Chariot reverse would be travel that doesn't happen. Willpower and determination and victory that does not happen. And no one's even wanting to go there and invest. Well, this is Mnuchin not going there. Nothing there. And then this is Mr. Bonesaw with, just being ineffective, not being able to, not being able to get anything done. But then again, this would be his, when the Knight of Pentacles comes through reverse, this would be no more loyalty. And being really stuck, too. Like I said, not going anywhere. So that's interesting. I'm trying to think, are there any other questions? Let me pull these cards in when I'm thinking about it. Are there any other questions to ask about? I feel like Mnuchin's out of the picture. I guess, you know what I could do? How about I'll ask about the future of USA, Saudi Arabia relationship. How about let's do that? And let's choose. I got this new deck that I've only used once, so let's have some fun with it. It's this one, Marchetti Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. It's kind of cool with pink. Okay, hold on. Actually, I need to allow for reversals, so let me do this. Bear with me. Well, here, you know what? I'll pause the camera so I don't have to drive you guys nuts. I'll be right back. Okay, so I dropped the camera down so that you'll be able to see the images better, and I decided to bring in the question a little bit more specific in that let's ask what's the relationship between the United States and Saudi Arabia for Biden's first term for this next 4 years? Ten of Cups, reverse, the Fool, straight up, and Strength. Okay. Interesting. So the theme here is it's risky. It's risky. It's very risky. There could be a new beginning. But obviously, I mean, I would think that it's the USA that has the strength. Ten of Cups reversed, of course, is the unhappy family. But we're not really a family with them at all. So, to put it into political terms, we're talking about separation and conflict and a broken relationship. So if we were to look at it past, present, and future, then yeah, we've got a broken relationship going on. Right now it's very, very risky to start anything new because there is that need for strength. Okay, so let me use, let's use the Lunamon and the shuffle. I reshuffled it thinking I might need a little bit more. Actually, let me move it up. I think I could probably at least fit in 10 cards. So let me focus in as to how Biden's going to handle the relationship and how it's going to go. Let's put Biden in charge. How's he going to handle the relationship? And how will it go for the United States of America based on what he's going to do? Yeah, so here's Biden. Here's us. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so now this is the controlling line, and now I'm going to draw five more to show, you know, what's being controlled. Yeah. Right, that makes sense. Okay. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so travel surprises, travel restrictions, travel complications, things that get to move. We could look at this as just, you know, because you got to go with what you have in all these systems, and it's a little limited. But you know, what powers travel? It's right now, you know, it's pretty much petrol fuel. So so look how smart Biden has set this up. This may end up being, you know, his presidency may maybe end up being his greatest work, you know, besides his happy family, in his life, because he's set it up so that we're geared towards getting off of fossil fuel. And you know, unless Saudi Arabia is going to jump on board with renewables and creating renewables, well, you know, they'd be way behind China and some other countries on that. They don't seem to be headed in that direction because it's pretty much oil, right? And of course, we may always need oil for other reasons, but it doesn't necessarily have to be burned up into the air like it is. So anyway, so Biden here is going to be, because these two cards mirror each other, he's going to be betraying, you know, this need for oil. So he's making Saudi Arabia's oil redundant, unnecessary. And Biden's going in his, because this is Biden's control, he's going by his reputation with us, with the public. And it knights this public card here in our public interactions. And this could also be like, you know, we don't have the Empress card, of course, in, well, we do have the tree card, but I'm thinking like in terms of nature, this could be like Biden's gift to nature, because this card is all about, you know, being out in nature. And because it's what we care about. And Biden's tamping down this bloviating, blowhard, this relationship that Trump, I'm seeing this as Trump, he's just getting rid of all that. Like, that's done. That's done. So whatever Trump's got going on with Mr. Bonesaw, fine, you go visit him, dude. Right? Go take Eric and Don Jr. with you at least, and go visit. Let's see what. I mean, whatever. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. Grifter's gonna grift. So the stars knighting over here to the locomotion. This tells me that there's the control is going to be far, 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 far out into the future, into the place where we're navigating through life in a completely different way, free of the need for oil. This is his looking far out into the future, and his intention to, gift at least the earth, nature, and the United States with cleaner forms of being able to get around, cleaner forms of transportation and heating and, all of that. And air conditioning, right? I mean, my goodness. Ugh. Yeah, so that this is going to be his legacy. This is going to be, remember, this is Biden. This is his honor and his legacy. And it's going to bring in tremendous prosperity. Tremendous prosperity. Now, if I were to forget that this, or think in another terms, like if this isn't Trump, because, with divination systems, you can read on many different levels, or bring in different meanings. So I'm going to exchange this for having the courage to, Biden having the courage to go for what he wants. And, at all costs, he's going to fight and betray. He's going to, snakes, they go in detour, they detour around, you detour around the obstacle, and that's what he's doing. So I don't see a relationship in the future with Saudi Arabia, really. I mean, notice we don't have the ring card, we don't have, let's look at the relationship. We can see Biden's in charge. What type of, if any, relationship will there be? That's weird. Receiving success, but also receiving revelations, revealing. Now that's trying to come together at least. But with the older guy, with the king, this is the older person, the older relative. Yeah, and maybe what's his name has some type of an illness that comes up. But it could be, because this is 45, it could be revealing, I didn't see that before. Revealing, I think what's going to come out, maybe this is Kamala, or maybe even Jill Biden, but I don't, you never know, right? I mean, you just never know. She's a very intelligent woman. If this is a woman, it's either a woman or it's receiving something that reveals the partnership with 45, and this could be the king even. This could also be the long-standing relationship with the mentally ill, demented demagogue of Trump. Wow. Okay, so we're just gonna have to look in the news, but I'm gonna stop this for now before it gets like crazy long and get it uploaded. Okay, you guys. I hope you're having a good weekend. Bye.